करने वाला था उसे सरकार पब्लिश नहीं होने दे रही है।
सदन देखना चाहता है, स्पष्टता करें, नरवणे की रिपोर्ट नहीं है।
मैं पहले व्यवस्था दे चुका हूं।
इट इज अनकंफर्टेबल फॉर देम।
ऐसा लगता था कि यदि एक रोक गलत लगाई गई है तो मिस्टर नरवणे कोर्ट से भी आदेश वो प्राप्त कर सकते थे।
Good evening and welcome. Thanks very much for joining me here on NDTV. I am Padmaja Joshi, and on every story that matters to you, the buck stops here. Today inside Parliament, the most curious thing happened. Leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, was supposed to speak on the motion of thanks to the President's address. Instead, he decided to quote from a magazine article, which in turn is based on an unpublished book, to launch a frontal attack on the government on the India-China Galwan face-off. Now, this article that Rahul Gandhi was trying to quote has been published by the Caravan magazine. It references the book by former Army Chief General M.M. Narvane and purportedly talks about his experience as Army Chief, particularly at the time when India and China clashed in Galwan in 2020. The problem is, this book is still unpublished. Nobody actually knows what lies within it. No one knows what it says. Quoting rules of the House, the Speaker and the government hence said that no one can quote any unpublished source because its veracity cannot be authenticated. The result, absolute chaos, and between 1:30 and 4:10 p.m. today, Parliament had to be adjourned 4 times with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress saying that this book and this article lays forth some uncomfortable truths about the character of the government and the Prime Minister, and that is why the government wants to silence the opposition and run away from the debate.
ये कहते हैं कि ये टेररिज्म से लड़ते हैं और ये एक कोर्ट से डरते हैं।
ये बिल्कुल,
मतलब इसमें क्या चीज है जिससे ये इतना घबरा रहे हैं कि मैं ये नहीं बोल पा रहा हूँ।
वो मैगजीन की रिपोर्ट है, नरवणे जी ने नहीं कहा, इतना बोल दे। रिकॉर्ड पर बोले कि नरवणे ने नहीं कहा है। रक्षा मंत्री जी इतना ही कह रहे हैं कि नरवणे जी की पुस्तक को आप रिफर कर रहे हो तो वो प्रकाशित हुई या नहीं हुई, वो स्पष्टता करें। नरवणे की रिपोर्ट नहीं है, नरवणे का पुस्तक नहीं है, इतना स्पष्टता करें। लीडर अपोजिशन से इस केवल एक सवाल का मैं जवाब चाहता हूं। यदि जिस पुस्तक की वह चर्चा कर रहे हैं उस पुस्तक में यदि कहीं पर है, यदि वह पुस्तक, तो मैं नहीं जानता पुस्तक है कि नहीं है, यदि है, यदि तथ्य सही होते तो निश्चित रूप से वह प्रकाशित होती, और यदि किसी ने प्रकाशन पर यदि रोक लगा दी, ऐसा लगता था कि यदि एक रोक गलत लगाई गई है तो मिस्टर नरवणे कोर्ट से भी आदेश वो प्राप्त कर सकते थे। क्यों नहीं कोर्ट से आदेश प्राप्त किया?
स्पीकर सर आप एक काम करिए, आप मुझे बता दीजिए क्या कहना है मुझे।
अच्छा, एक मिनट बैठे आप। मैं आपका सलाहकार नहीं हूं, लेकिन एज ए स्पीकर के नाते मेरा ये दायित्व बनता है कि सदन नियम प्रक्रियाओं से चले, परंपराओं से चले।
Now, what is the argument by Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party? They say that General Narvane's book and the article based on it show that the government at that time delayed in taking a decision when the Chinese troops were advancing, and that the government's eventual instructions to the army, to the chief of the army staff, to do what the army chief thinks fit, jo uchit samjho wahi karo, is an abdication of responsibility. The BJP and senior ministers in the government, on the other hand, have argued that other than the rules of parliament on quoting sources, the basic question also is this. Is this entire narrative, is this argument, this selective quoting from an article, part of a conspiracy to create a narrative against India when it comes to any national security challenge, from the Rafale deal to Operation Sindoor to now the Galwan clash?
राहुल गांधी जी रूल नहीं मानते हुए जिस किताब का पब्लिकेशन, उसका ऑथेंटिसिटी का बारे में कुछ वहाँ क्लियर नहीं बताते हुए कोट करने शुरू किया, तो रक्षा मंत्री ने भी कहा, हम सब ने कहा कि सदन जो है नियम से चलेगा और नियम के तहत अपना बात को रखना चाहिए। स्पीकर ने रूलिंग दिया, रूल 349 के तहत कोई भी मैगजीन, किताब या कोई भी पब्लिकेशन का जब तक आप ऑथेंटिक नहीं करते हैं या उस चर्चा से संबंधित नहीं है, चर्चा नहीं कर सकते। रूलिंग दे दिया।
This is not me. This is the army chief. This is what the army chief has written in a book. The book is not being allowed to be published. It is languishing. And this is the army chief's perspective, his view. Why are they so scared of the army chief's perspective? Why are they so scared of what the army chief has to say? We learn something from it.
Remember, in the recent past, the Congress has repeatedly questioned the government's claims on several fronts, especially when it comes to national security challenges. The most recent one was Operation Sindhu. Remember that time when Rahul Gandhi called it a surrender. Narendra surrender. That was the narrative at that time. Now, with this fresh attack over Galwan, quoting from a magazine article, the question is, are parts of an unreleased book being quoted selectively to portray the government's response as a surrender? Because remember, the same General Narbane has himself spoken multiple times of this same Galwan operation on public platforms as a success. Then why the urge to show India as indecisive of a country that was shuffling its feet on every occasion? And if indeed these doubts persist, should there just be an open debate on this book and more to let the sunshine of truth clear away all the cobwebs? Joining us on the debate today, we have Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson of the BJP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, Anurag Bhadoria, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Advocate Nikhil Jain and Ashutosh, both political analysts, and my colleague Shiva Roor is also joining me here in the studio. But I first want to start with you, Shazia Ilmi. You know, the article is out there, whether you like it or not. Eventually, the book will also come out. People will read it. The question will be on their mind. Wasn't it just better to let Rahul Gandhi speak what he wanted to? And let there be a debate. Let people make up their mind. Let both sides speak their piece.
Good evening, Padmaja, to you, to your viewers and your fellow panelists. First point, what does the parliament say? Does it have a rule book on how you quote books and memoirs? Now, the book, the expert of which is being quoted, which has indeed been cited in a magazine, I can name it, it's called The Caravan. Sushant is the writer and Hartosh Pal is the executive editor. Now, that excerpt has presumably been taken from the book, the memoir, written by former Army Chief General Narbane. Now, that memoir itself is not published. When do you get an excerpt? You do get excerpts and blurbs before a book is published. The book has not seen light of the day. Now, your next question would be, and everybody's question would be, why are you preventing the book from being published? Oh, this would be the argument made on our question asked of the ruling dispensation. And my answer would be, what stops the ex-army chief to take it to court? And also, what stops the ex-army chief to retract all the statements in which he has unambiguously stated, not once but many times over, that yes, he talks about the Eastern Ladakh operation. He talks about great detail as to not even, 1 square of an inch was taken by China in that particular skirmish or whatever you want to call it. Now, whenever, and this is a rule book, if you want to quote a book or a memoir, you have to quote or cite the primary source. Where is the primary source? Nobody knows. Now, going back to the next point. Now, what is the next point in this? Is that about the magazine here? Now, the magazine...
No, the question is actually still about the debate. I'm simply asking you, look, you can either keep talking about the rules, but in the age of social media, the Congress has already put out a link to the article on its Twitter page. Everyone's going to read it anyway, so you're not going to be able to censor it. Just let him speak.
Your point.
The entire budget session will be washed out. He'll come back tomorrow. His party will come back tomorrow. They'll keep talking about it.
An unpublished memoir, but you don't need the memoir, which is not even out there, but an actual statement, not one, but many, including many articles of the same General Narbane, who has said categorically that India was not humiliated. India worked...
Okay, so let's settle this rules question first. Ashutosh, the fact of the matter is that there is a rule book. And was it completely disrespectful of the leader of opposition, despite the speaker repeatedly saying, you cannot quote from this book, you cannot quote from this article? He still kept trying to do exactly that. That is flouting the rules of parliament. You want to have a debate outside, you can have a press conference, but he can't throw the rules to the wind, Ashutosh.
First of all, Padmaja, I do not know what rules we are talking about, because as a journalist, no, I don't expect BJP spokesperson to interrupt. I did not interrupt her. See, if you all remember.
So it was quoted by the speaker. I'll tell you, since you said you don't know which rule I'm talking about. The speaker did name the rules. He said it is 349(1) and 353 rules of procedure and conduct of business.
I heard the entire debate, and I was not convinced what the speaker was saying, and with all due respect, because in the past we had seen how the newspaper reports and cuttings became a reason for the embarrassment of the government and opposition. And in fact, Jain Commission report was reported by India Today long back, and which became a reason for the fall of the I.K. Gujral government. By this rule, that could not have been quoted into the parliament. And if you remember how the eye blinding case that was again reported into the newspaper,
Bhagalpur,
and then it was great halla bulla in the parliament, and finally what happened we all know.
Bhagalpur.
So there are certain norms. There is a parliamentary procedure, and there are the parliamentary practice and conventions. The convention had been that a newspaper report is quoted in the parliament profusely, not once but many times, and several government has to answer those questions. And I quoted I.K. Gujral, the government fell on the floor of the house. Now the point number 2, I think if you read what Karwa magazine has written, I don't see anything that government should be worried about. What General Narvane has written, the government took 2 hours 15 minutes to respond. And what was the response? Jo aapko uchit lage kariye. To which he answers, he writes that I was handed over a hot potato. The carte blanche was that I should be responsible for onus was on me. Now, here is a very fine line. In Indian democracy, the army reports to the government, and that is why when he was telephoned by Yogesh Joshi, General Yogesh Joshi, he immediately called back to the political leadership, wanted a clear instruction to the political leadership, and in what I could interpret, that he did not get a clear political instruction from the government, and that was his disappointment. That is why he said, I was handed over a hot potato. Now
but
the
it was a clear enough instruction. आपको जो सही लगता है आप वो करिए. आपको जो उचित लगता है वो करिए.
I'm only quoting the former army chief was dealing with the issue, General Narvane.
Or so says Caravan magazine. I don't know if General Narvane has actually written that, but yeah, according to the magazine. Just a second, one at a time, please. But why do you think that this is not a clear enough instruction?
Padmaja.
One at a time, please.
Let's not be naive. Padmaja, let's not be naive. We all know the book was published on 30th April 2024. And then army suddenly said that being an ex-army chief, you are supposed to take permission from the army, only then this could be published. And then the book was withdrawn. That's the reality. Now, are we going to contradict what General Narvane has said?
No. So here's the thing. We will talk about General Narvane and what he has said one by one. First, let's address this point on whether the publisher was made to withdraw the book. Shiv, you in fact know the rules which govern the publishing of any book which relates to military operations, more specifically something that is still underway, the entire disengagement process, etc. One, what are those rules? And two, was General Narvane or the publisher made to redact this book?
Nothing has been redacted so far. I do know for a fact on authority that the book has been in limbo between the publisher and the Ministry of Defence for more than a year now. And the principal reason for that, Padmaja, is that the book has operational aspects, descriptions of conversations like the ones you just described, of an operation that technically is still very much on. In May this year, it is the 6th anniversary of the India-China Ladakh standoff, and a view was apparently taken, this is of course through government sources within the armed forces, that while it is not ideal at all, to keep a book by a former army chief, no less, in abeyance of this kind, because it doesn't look good. It makes it look like the system has something to hide. The national security structure was of an almost unanimous view that putting a book out that has descriptions of decision-making, chains of command, conversations of the kind that have been detailed in this book would not be ideal at a time when this was a story in motion, when operations were still on the line of actual control. And interestingly, Padmaja, something that nobody ever talks about, the reason why it was not cleared at that time, I hear, is because they would have had to redact the book otherwise. And redacting stuff that has been written by a former army chief is something the government apparently does not want to do, because that would look terrible. Why would you redact stuff written by a 4-star general, someone of the stature of a General Naravane? And that's the reason why it's gotten stuck in this.
So it's not as if General Naravane is being censored. This is standard operating procedure and has been for a while.
For things to go on for a year doesn't look good at all. It projects that there is something to hide. So personally, I am not surprised by the politics at all. But you come from an army family, Padmaja. Operations mean something. When an operation is on, there are rules that kick in at the Official Secrets Act level, at the National Security Advisory Board level, at the PMO level, that suggest that these things can't come out right now, because we are literally trying to sort this out militarily and diplomatically.
Okay, so this is about keeping the national security interests in the foreground, Ashutosh, and it is not about General Naravane in particular. This was about there could be sensitive details over there, and it is process for army to vet the books. Ashutosh, I think you've muted yourself. You've muted yourself. Please unmute yourself.
I partly agree with you. If there is a rule that an ex-army chief or the ex-army general are not supposed to write anything about the operation, then he should take a permission from the army concerned. That's fair enough. If that rule is there, I think General Naravane should have taken that.
And he's doing it. So it's not like जब राहुल गांधी is saying today that उनकी बुक को रोका जा रहा है, रोका नहीं जा रहा है. Permission उनको सीख करनी थी, वो सीख कर रहे हैं permission.
I just want to make a small point.
Let me complete.
20 seconds.
It becomes intriguing because it cannot take more than a year to read a book and suggest these are the operation thing and please delete it. That's simple. And if army had done it, I'm sure nobody would have objected to that. Army is well within his rights. So why the government is not doing, the army is not doing, that is something which is really troubling me. And what I read through the Karma magazine, I did not find anything objectionable. It is not about operational issues. It is about decision making. And obviously it puts government into the dock because government did not take did not give clear instruction and directive what the army should be doing.
That is the political part, because when you deduce from what the article is saying based on a book and make a statement about how the government did not take a clear line, that's where the political interpretation of the story comes in. But very quickly, I want to open this up now. 30 seconds, Shazia Ilmi. It makes the government look defensive.
Small point I want to make. I just want to say here that
give me 30
if you look at General Naravane's account, it clearly says that he did receive the authorization and he did act on it successfully. A PLA halted, no shots were fired, and Indian positions were preserved. Also, if you see, if you look at the broader operation, if you see what Lieutenant General Y.K. Joshi said, who was the Northern Command Chief, and he says it very clearly in his book, I think A Soldier's Memoir, and he says actions by the PLA in Eastern Ladakh in 2020 had huge ramifications.
Okay, so if you're believing General Naravane's version of the book, then you can believe General Y.K. Joshi also. Ashutosh, 30 seconds, then Harshvardhan ji.
But why General Naravane was disappointed? Because if you look at the Kargil war, the CCS sat on this, and CCS had given clear instruction to the army that come what may, you will not cross the line LOC. Come what may. Army wanted to cross LOC. That would have been easier for Indian government to dominate over the Pakistanis. But it was a political decision. Come what may, you will not cross that. So that, because, the army operation is not only about army operation. It has a serious foreign policy consequences.
Okay,
It has a
हर्षवर्धन
global
जी, हर्षवर्धन जी, यहाँ पर
It was about China.
does it look like a guilty conscience on part of the government कि इस बुक से पता चल रहा है कि आपने क्लियर डायरेक्शंस नहीं दिए, जैसे कि आशुतोष जी कह रहे हैं, और अब आप अगर राहुल गांधी को नहीं बोलने दे रहे हैं, you look on the defensive, you look guilty.
पर यार राहुल गांधी जो कर रहे हैं वो लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन पहले भी करते रहे हैं। पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप के नाते उनका अपना काम है, जो वो चाहते थे। रात के 9 बजे की डिबेट एनडीटीवी इसी पर कर रहा है। देश भर में आज यही मुद्दा छाए हो, इतना भरी वो चाहते थे। उन 4 पन्नों में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जिससे सरकार को घेरा जा सके, और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का वो बयान याद करना चाहिए। उन्होंने कहा कि मैंने सेना को कह दिया है कि जो आपको ठीक लगता है वो करें। और इस बुक के पन्नों में नरवणे साहब के हवाले से जो लाइन है वो क्या है, जो उचित समझे वो करें। अब मैं तो बड़ा ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि ये डिबेट हमें करनी पड़ रही है कि जनरल नरवणे को ये हॉट पोटैटो जैसा लगा। मतलब ये थोड़ा सा, ये बहुत ही इस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से चर्चा क्यों नहीं हो रही, मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा हूं। हमारी सेना के जनरल को अगर लीडरशिप, पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप कह रही कि जो उचित समझे वो करें, और उसके बाद उनको हॉट पोटैटो जैसा लग रहा है, तो मुझे थोड़ा सा चिंता की बात है ये, अगर पॉलिटिकल उसमें कुछ खोजा जा रहा है। नंबर 1। नंबर 2, ये सरकार के पार्ट पर मैंने आज जो पूरा लोकसभा में वो वाकया जो पूरा देखा, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया कि गवर्नमेंट क्या सचमुच कुछ रोक देने के चक्कर में बहुत कुछ गड़बड़ कर बैठती है क्या। आज की पूरी जो कार्रवाई थी, जो साफ साफ दिख रहा था, वो बड़ी स्पष्टता से दिख रहा था कि कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं था। मतलब कोई ऐसी उसमें स्थिति नहीं थी जिसमें सरकार को एम्बेरसमेंट होता। ये एम्बेरसमेंट अगर राहुल गांधी पूरा बोल भी लेते, मैं कहता हूं चलिए 4 पन्ने वो पढ़ डालते, सिर्फ एक पैराग्राफ छोड़िए, तो क्या होता? रक्षा मंत्री खड़े होते और कहते कि ये रिकॉर्ड पर नहीं जा सकता, वही रूल जिसका जिक्र ओम बिरला साहब ने किया। नंबर 1। नंबर 2 क्या होता? वो कहते कि इस बुक में जो कुछ भी लिखा है उससे ज्यादा नरवणे साहब पहले बयान दे चुके हैं। नरवणे साहब के बयानों को, यानी जो खुद जिसको कहते हैं ना कि स्वयं एमएम नरवणे के बयान है, उन्होंने क्या कहा है, 1 भी इंच हमारी नहीं गई है जमीन। उन्होंने क्या कहा है, हमने दुनिया को वो दिखाया कि चीन से लड़ा जा सकता है, उनको हराया जा सकता है, साइकोलॉजिकल वॉरफेयर भी हमने जीत। लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि सरकार में जो लोग भी स्ट्रेटजी के पॉइंट उस पे थे, वो आज शायद थोड़ा सा मिस कर गए। कई बार होता है ना कि आप रोकना चाहते हैं, और राहुल गांधी क्योंकि वही वो करने के लिए आए थे, वो करते हुए देखिए। आप अगर उसको देखें तो अच्छा मैं ऐसे कह सकता हूं क्या, अच्छा मैं ऐसे कह सकता हूं क्या। अब रूल बुक उन्होंने, भाई आशुतोष जी न पढ़े न जिक्र करें अलग बात है, लेकिन उन्होंने नहीं पढ़ी ऐसा नहीं। मुझे लगता है ये प्योर पॉलिटिकल उनका मूव था, और उनके लिहाज से वो सफल रहा है।
अनुराग भदौरिया, गवर्नमेंट की स्ट्रैटेजी बैकफायर की है, उनकी स्ट्रैटेजी गलत थी, वो डिफेंसिव लग रहे हैं, लेकिन जो नैरेटिव बनाया जा रहा है, जिसको अखिलेश जी ने भी आज सपोर्ट किया है, कैन दैट बी जस्टिफाइड टू से, क्योंकि अब कांग्रेस कह रही है कि नरेंद्र मोदी डर गए, चाइना के सामने डर गए, वो उन्होंने टोटल एब्डिकेशन ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कर दी। कैसे? राहुल गांधी ने आज कहा कि ये प्रधानमंत्री का कैरेक्टर दिखाता है, राजनाथ सिंह का कैरेक्टर दिखाता है। क्या कैरेक्टर दिखाता है?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कैरेक्टर साफ आज देखा है। अगर लीडर अपोजिशन बोलना चाहते हैं, वो 3 लाइन बोल देते तो क्या हो जाता भाई? अगर 3 लाइन बोलते तो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर में एक बहस छिड़ती। सरकार किस बात से डर रही थी? तो इससे पता चलता है कि सरकार अपोजिशन की आवाज दबाना चाहती है। पार्लियामेंट के अंदर में वो लोकतंत्र पे विश्वास नहीं रख रही है। अगर कोई अपोजिशन का लीडर बोलना शुरू करता है, सरकार को लगता है कि मेरे फेवर में नहीं है, सरकार उस पर हल्ला मचा के उसकी आवाज को दबाना चाहती है। कोई पहली बार नहीं हुआ है।
आप अग्री करते हैं कि हमने गलवान में फेल किया, क्योंकि ये अभी नैरेटिव है कांग्रेस पार्टी का। क्या आप अग्री करते हैं?
फेल किया, कितने पास किया? सवाल यह है कि पार्लियामेंट के अंदर में विपक्ष के साथ ये अन्याय क्यों हो रहा है? सवाल यह है, कभी आवाज बंद कर दी जाएगी, कभी बोलने नहीं दिया जाएगा, कभी 150 संसदों को निलंबित कर देंगे, फिर बिल पास कर देंगे। जब आप बिल पास कर रहे थे, 150 संसदों को आपने निलंबन किया था, तब कौन से मुद्दे पे बहस हो रही थी? जरा बता दीजिए, मैं पूछना चाहता हूं। तब तो देश के विकास के मुद्दों पे बहस हो रही थी। अगर पार्लियामेंट के अंदर में कोई भी बात पे बहस होना चाहती है, तो आप बोलने तो दो विपक्ष के लीडर को, फिर उसके बाद आपकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि उन्होंने रूल के तहत बोला या नहीं बोला, आप उस पर चर्चा कर सकते हैं।
अरे अनुराग जी, उनसे कहा गया कि आप राष्ट्रपति के अभिभाषण पर बोलिए, पर आप इधर उधर की अनवेरिफाइड बात मत बोलिए।
2 लाइन किसी ने बोलनी है तो इधर उधर क्या हुआ? हर मुद्दा तो देखिए यहाँ पे अगर सुरक्षा का मुद्दा है तो
क्योंकि अगर आप ये कह रहे हैं कि ये प्रधानमंत्री का कैरेक्टर दिखाता है कि वो डर गए, क्या आप अग्री करते हैं उससे?
देखिए, सुरक्षा का मुद्दा है तो राष्ट्र का मुद्दा है, अगर यहाँ पे स्वास्थ्य का मुद्दा है तो राष्ट्र का मुद्दा है, महंगाई बेरोजगारी का मुद्दा है तो राष्ट्र का मुद्दा है। राष्ट्र के सारे मुद्दे हैं और सारे मुद्दों पे बहस होनी चाहिए। अगर किसी बात पे बहस हो रही है तो ये पार्लियामेंट को चलाने की जिम्मेदारी सरकार की होती है। सरकार पार्लियामेंट नहीं चला पा रही है।
अरे सर, जो प्रिंसिपल इशू,
कौन लेगा?
अनुराग भदौरिया, जो प्रिंसिपल इशू है कि प्रधानमंत्री ने क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शंस नहीं दिए, क्या समाजवादी पार्टी उससे अग्री करती है? नहीं करती है।
कह रहा हूं, अगर मेरा तो दूसरा सवाल है, आप बार बार किताब पे जा रहे हो।
हाँ।
मैं किताब पे
क्योंकि किताब पे ही तो पूरा डिबेट हो रही है आज।
चाह रहा हूं, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि आप किसी की बोलने पे, लोकतंत्र में आप बोलने पे आजादी,
अरे ऑब्वियसली अगर आप कोई गलत बात कहेंगे, अगर आप ऐसी बात कहेंगे जिसको एक्सपंज करने की जरूरत पड़ेगी, तो आप ऑब्वियसली उनको नहीं बोलने देंगे ना।
अगर कोई बोल ही नहीं पा रहा है, गलत सही तो बाद में तय होगा, पहले बोले तो सही।
अरे उन्होंने बोला भाई, बट ही वाज कोटिंग फ्रॉम एन अनवेरिफाइड सोर्स। अनुराग भदौरिया,
अगर कोई गलत बोलता है तो उसके बाद पार्लियामेंट में बहुत सारे प्रोसीजर होते हैं, या उसको रिकॉर्ड में नहीं लिया जाएगा, ऐसा उठ के पार्लियामेंट अफेयर मिनिस्टर बोल सकता है। एक बात, आप बोलने ही नहीं देंगे, आप एक शब्द नहीं बोलने देंगे। आप जब कोई बोलना चाहता है उसको बोलने तो दीजिए। एक बात, दूसरी बात, आपके देश के, जैसे आशुतोष जी ने कहा, भाई एक्स आर्मी चीफ हैं, एक्स आर्मी चीफ ने अगर कोई बात बोली है, कोई किताब लिखी है, तो क्या रक्षा मंत्रालय उस किताब का परमिशन नहीं दे रहा है? तो इसके मतलब आपको एक्स आर्मी चीफ पे विश्वास नहीं है? इस फिर
नहीं, आर्मी चीफ पे तो विश्वास है, लेकिन जिस तरीके की इस पे पॉलिटिक्स हो रही है, सेलेक्टिवली इट इज बीइंग कोटेड,
की जरूरत नहीं है। आपको लगता है सही नहीं है तो आप उसको कह दीजिए नहीं, ये किताब पब्लिश नहीं हो सकती, एक लेटर तो जारी करना है, नहीं ये हमारे नॉर्म में नहीं आती है, पब्लिश नहीं होगी। लेकिन आप उसको अटकाए रखना, ये कौन सा रूल है? मैं जानना
Okay, Nikhil Jain, here's the thing, because this is when the politics kicks in and you say that you are quoting from a book, but you are quoting selectively. First of all, this very article says very clearly that General Narwane has praised the Prime Minister, he has praised the government, and also he says, to be clear, at no point does Narwane criticize Modi, and yet inside Parliament, the Congress MP and Leader of Parliament says that this shows the character of the Prime Minister. Outside the Congress party says it shows that the government abdicated its responsibility, whereas according to this same article, Narwane has not criticized the Prime Minister. On the contrary, his memoir is replete with praise, often for minor gestures. That's point number one. And point number two, on multiple occasions, the same ex-army chief, 30th of March 2021, we have not lost out on any territory. 14 December 2022, not only the PLA, we diminished image of China in the world. 4th of April 2025, for the first time after 1979, China has witnessed some damage. China has been misusing its power on smaller nations. For the first time, it has been at the receiving end. So if you want to quote General Narwane, quote him in his entirety.
Padmaja, so when the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha tries to make a point using an excerpt from a book which the government forced the person or the publication to withdraw, do you want him to read the entire 300, 400, 500 pages book? Of course, the opposition is going to use parts of it to make a point. The government could have very well refuted the point. The government could have said it's fine. The Prime Minister is not going to reply to the army chief for 2.5 hours. And even when he did reply, he told the army chief that you do whatever you want. What is wrong with that? The government have come up.
The narrative is wrong.
The government could have said,
the political
no, this is
narrative around it is factually incorrect. When you are saying that this shows that the Prime Minister did not give operational orders, it is factually incorrect.
Padmaja, that is not for you to say, that is for the BJP and the government to say. They could have very well said ki what you're saying is a wrong interpretation of it, or what you're saying was never featured in the book, or this article is a lie. What did they do? They tried to use parliamentary rules to stop the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha from speaking. By the way, those rules were quoted incorrectly, and I can tell you how. You can look at the Lok Sabha rules right now. Rule number 349(1) that is being talked about, shall not read any book, newspaper or letter except in connection with the business of the house. This was very well in connection with the business of the house, because the leader of opposition was responding to an earlier remark questioning the patriotism of the Congress that was raised by another member of the house, Tejasvi Surya. Second is 352 subpart 2. Make personal reference by way of making an allegation imputing a motive to or questioning the bona fides of any other member of the house. We see the government members every day they will raise questions about the propriety, patriotism, nationalism and the affinity of opposition leaders, Rahul Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi. This government has not left any person from the Congress or the opposition untouched when it comes to calling them anti-national. What is this government to use and quote these rules? By the way, there's another rule that says that once you've given your speech, you can't just walk off, which is what the Prime Minister pretty much does every time. Lastly, another point was made that this book concerns operational details, and which is why the government is suppressing it. When there is another book that concerns operational details of a more ongoing operation, which is Operation Sindoor. It is written by Lieutenant General Dhillon. It is available on Amazon. It was published on the 5th of September 2025.
It's interesting you mentioned
that
we were
book
discussing
is
it just
published,
this afternoon. There's
allowed to publish,
Just
allowed to sell.
Let me get some clarity. Shiv, the comparison being made between the book, which is out on Operation Sindoor, then why the sensitivity about this book on Galwan? Let's just clear that technical point, Shiv.
Well, because the books on Operation Sindoor have not been written by those who were, in operational positions at the time, and they were retired officers. In this particular case, it's completely different because it's a former army chief who literally was in charge of the army overseeing that operation at that point of time, is actually the only distinction. Padmaja, I know you didn't ask me this point, but I do feel compelled just for 15 seconds to say that this debate over the rules is one thing, and one can get bogged down with whether one could have quoted this or not. At the end of the day, I think the real joke in this entire matter is the point that Rahul Gandhi has picked up to prove lack of political clarity and decisiveness proves exactly the opposite. Jo uchit samjho wo karo, by the Prime Minister to the army chief, for God's sake, who is the man in the hot seat, empowered for combat, given a political directive to do as he pleases given the emerging situation. What is that if not clarity and freedom, to perform combat as you wish? This is crazy. As a national security reporter, I am appalled that this has become a rule book versus rule book issue. This is an example of political clarity to the armed forces chief.
And that really is the biggest point in this entire debate. Ashutosh.
Can I please respond?
Yeah, you can also respond, Nikhil Jain, but Ashutosh first.
I think this is something which needs to be debated thoroughly. Why I'm saying so? Because decision finally has to come from the political leadership, and political army has a different take on these issues. They are unidimensional in their own ways. But when a crisis like this comes up, then the national security advisor, the foreign minister, all has to sit together and to judge the several dimension of it. I had given earlier an example of how Atal Bihari Vajpayee government said, come what may, you will not cross LOC because that has a serious global dimension. Now, issue is, I do not know whether the CCS did meet between...
Well, I will give you the answer to that. And Ashutosh ji, this comes from none other, just a second. This comes from none other than the man who has been quoted at the beginning of the Caravan article, Lieutenant General Y.K. Joshi. In an interview which was given in 2021, Lieutenant General Joshi has said, and I quote, "There were situations where it could have blown up into an armed conflict. This happened after we did up quid pro quo options and we had occupied Rizangla and Chinla. We had the armor and the mechanized forces sitting on top of the Kailash ranges. That was the night of August 29 and 30. On 31st, which is the day that General Naravne talks about. Here is what General Joshi says about the 31st of August. On 31st, when the PLA wanted to come up right up to the Kailash ranges, that was the time the situation was extremely tense. Galwan Valley had happened, the red line had been drawn, and we had been given an absolute free hand to conduct operations the way we wanted. This is the Northern Army commander of that time telling you of exactly the same date that Rahul Gandhi is talking about today.
Can I ask a simple question?
Yes.
Can I ask a simple question?
I repeat that line again for the benefit of everyone. We had been given absolute free hand to conduct operations the way we wanted. Who do you think is giving this free hand?
I got it. My simple question is, such decisions should be taken by CCS, led by the Prime Minister. Because it is an institutional mechanism. I'm asking, within 2 and 15 hours, when the first call came at 8:15 and the decision was conveyed by 10:30, 2 hours, 15 minutes, did CCS meet? Did CCS took a constitutional
Okay,
decision?
Harshvardhan ji. Now we are down to debating that technicality. So first we said that too much
it's not
time was taken,
technicality.
2 hours,
These are
15 minutes too late.
constitutional
Now we are, talking about whether we should have waited for the CCS to be convened and that decision to be taken.
With the Chinese tanks 500 meters away.
I mean, on the one hand, we are saying that we didn't act fast enough, and then we are saying, why did we also not wait for the CCS to take a decision on this?
I'm only asking. Did it?
Sure, we can ask, but please remember, sir, that at this time, the political narrative has already declared that the government was an absolute failure. They tried to shirk their responsibility and hand this so-called hot potato to the then army chief. So we have to be very clear what it is that we are arguing over here. Harshvardhan Tripathi wants to respond.
पन्जा जी, मैंने अपने ओपनिंग कमेंट में ही कहा, पता नहीं जो उचित समझे वही करे, को अंग्रेजी में बोलेंगे तो कैसे बोलेंगे और वो कैसे इम्पैक्ट करेगा, ये एक बार होगा तो शायद थोड़ी सी बात लोगों को समझ में आएगी। दूसरा, इस पूरे मामले में हम जितने मतलब इस आफ्टर 2014 नरेंद्र मोदी गवर्नमेंट आने के बाद से जितने डिफेंस के जितने इस तरह के ऑपरेशन जितने डिप्लॉयमेंट हुए हैं वो किन्होंने किए, किसके ऑर्डर से हुए होंगे? वो क्या प्राइम मिनिस्टर से या हमारी पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप से पूछे बिना वो हुए? क्या हमारी एयरफोर्स अगर स्ट्राइक करने चली जाती है ऑपरेशन सिंदूर की, नहीं मैं उसके पहले की बात कर रहा हूं, तो क्या बिना प्राइम मिनिस्टर के बिना सीसीएस के परमिशन के वो जाते हैं? क्या एनएसए उसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते हैं? हर दूसरे दिन तो हम कहते हैं कि वो किसी भी घटना पर एनएसए और पीएम की बात होती है, सीसीएस की बात होती है और उसके बाद वो आगे बढ़ते हैं। अब टेक्निकल चीजों को थोड़ा और डिबेट हो, वो राहुल गांधी का जो मकसद था वो पूरा हो गया। थोड़ा और बात कर लेंगे कि वाईके जोशी, नरवणे या उनके भी नीचे कौन सी बटालियन, वो भी थोड़ा और डिटेल आ जाए, ऑपरेशनल डिटेल, तो और अच्छा होगा। टीवी में पत्रकारों की चर्चा
ऑपरेशनल डिटेल दिए हुए हैं, देयर इज नो लैक ऑफ ऑपरेशनल डिटेल। बोथ ऑफ दीज जनरल्स, एंड आई अंडरलाइन, इंक्लूडिंग जनरल नरवणे हिमसेल्फ ऑन मल्टीपल ओकेजन्स हैज सेड that we had anticipated, we had preempted what the Chinese were doing, and we had already occupied the higher reaches. We caught them by surprise, Ashutosh ji. And here we are saying that there was a complete surrender or there was a complete failure on part of the government, whereas this same General Narawane has said, no, we were given a free hand and we were given operational freedom.
I think you should... Padmaja, I did not say even once that the army failed or the government of India failed. I'm only talking about the decision-making process. And
that's what Rahul Gandhi has said. The meme which has been put out by the Congress party today literally says that Prime Minister is scared and the government failed.
I really get into that and doubt
let me remind you,
that takes place.
You know Captain Shiv Kumar, a defense attaché in Indonesia. What he said after Operation Sindoor?
So let's talk about this particular incident right now. Otherwise, we will go back, several years and discuss each incident one by one. Let's talk about what's happening right now. Let's talk about Galwan, because that's the debate.
Let me, whether we agree with Captain Shiv Kumar or not, that's a different thing. But political leadership has given clear instruction in Operation Sindoor that you cannot attack the Pakistani army.
In Galwan, when you say, जो आपको उचित लगे वो आप करिए, how can it be projected as a failure of government or an abdication of responsibility by the government is my simple question.
This is what General Narawane has interpreted. He said that the hot potato मेरे हाथ में दे दिया गया. This is what he has interpreted.
Exactly. But the same General Narawane also goes on to say on multiple occasions that Galwan was a huge success. That the Chinese were shocked, that the Chinese were preempted by the Indian army.
The credit goes to the army. Did anybody question army? No. I'm only saying why General Narawane had to say that the hot potato was handed over to him.
So did
why did he say that?
Okay, very quickly, Shazia Almi, 30 seconds, and I'll bring Shiv back in. Just 30 seconds, Shazia Almi.
Allow me to speak.
So General Narawane is saying that he was put in a difficult situation.
No, pretty nothing, very little. And I think it's rather cute to hear them babble on about things that they should really not be poking their noses in, and have more faith in the processes, the way they're done, and the chain of command that is at play and prevails in such matters. So it's very, very clear. Rahul Gandhi wanted to bring up this book, which has not been published, his memoir, but the person he's referring to, General Narawane, has actually said, and his statement is out there, he has never retracted this. So if you're making a point that the political leadership did indeed compromise That is not evident because General Naravane has never said that he was forced to make that statement. He said that was a big success. Lieutenant General Y.K. Joshi, who was the chief of Northern Command, was directly reporting the tank movement on August 31st to the same army chief. And what he said, both of them said unequivocally confirmed the success of Indian operations in Eastern Ladakh. So I don't understand why Rahul Gandhi had to bring in now talking about if indeed Caravan is the gospel truth. Please read Caravan and see what all it said about Indira Gandhi and her misdeeds.
Okay.
And in Operation Blue Star.
Nikhil Jain.
How sad that how Congress is irrelevant.
Are you here, Harshvardhan ji? Ek second, Nikhil Jain. Let Nikhil Jain respond. Nikhil Jain.
Can I please?
Nikhil Jain, either accept everything that the former army
First
chief
of all-
has said on multiple occasions, don't quote him selectively because it suits you politically now.
So when it suits you, you want to quote that part. When it doesn't suit you, then you quote this.
Nikhil Jain.
Padmaja, what is this thing with the BJP that they are going to determine what the opposition is going to talk about? Of course, the opposition and people criticizing the government on a particular front are going to talk about a limited front. I can't be criticizing the government that you were indecisive in a military operation and then in the same breath and sentence say, oh, but you were fine everywhere else, so I'm not going to question you. That is the kind of opposition that they want. They have the least amount of respect for the leader of opposition or the institution of parliamentary democracy. And a point was made that, you know, this book, the Operation Sindoor book by Lieutenant General Dhillon that I was talking about, did not concern his time as a, he was not in service at the point when Operation Sindoor happened. He has also written a book called Kitne Ghazi Aaye, Kitne Ghazi Gaye. At that point of time, he was in commanding positions of the incidents that he is writing, but yet that book was published. Alone in the Ring by General N.C. Vij outlines his operations and things that were done in his tenure as the Chief of Army Staff. That is on sale right now. And if indeed General Naravane's book is all praises and laurels for the Prime Minister, why is the government even trying to stop it? And so far as that point is concerned, that it has some operational details which are need to be kept confidential, I really don't understand. Is the BJP saying that the former Army Chief of India, which was by the way, who was by the way appointed by this government only, are they saying that he has no sense of national security? He doesn't know what can be put out publicly,
and yet it is,
you know, he's just going around blurting out things. That is not the BJP's argument. Then why are you not allowing
you can question why they are exercising extra caution. The limited point that we are debating without going around in circles is that if you are quoting General Naravane, or you claim to be quoting from an article which is based on his book which is yet to see the light of day, then you have to believe every single quote of General Naravane on this same operation, which I have been repeating ad nauseum since the beginning of this program. The same General Naravane has said, and I quote, not an inch of land has been lost. On the 30th of March 2021, he has said we have diminished the image of China in the world. He has said we don't always have to cow down to China's might. He has said that in the clash we showed that it is possible to stand up to China, and China has understood that their strategy of bullying will not work. The same General Naravane has said it. You cannot quote one sentence out of one book over the last 5 years.
Padmaja, what is the conclusion of the discussion that we are having, that the opposition is not allowed to question the Prime Minister?
No, the conclusion is that you cannot quote someone selectively in order to craft a political narrative
single word that comes out of their mouth should.
That is disingenuous.
That is for the BJP to respond. They could have responded.
But you cannot use the floor of the parliament. It becomes a matter of parliamentary record.
Padmaja, why
it will be recorded there for posterity.
The opposition, why can the ruling party not do it?
Because it's a falsehood. If you selectively bring up facts on the floor of parliament and then make a statement, it becomes a matter of parliamentary record.
Selectively bring up facts. Selective.
Exactly. You are quoting one part of what General Naravane has purportedly written, but you are conveniently missing out on every other statement he has made about the same operation.
I think we should. Padmaja, I think Anurag ji, Ashutosh ji and I, we should all hail our dear Supreme Leader, 56-inch Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who shows lal aankh to China.
Arey bhai, you should not hail him at all, but at least be factually correct.
No, we should. No. I should read the entire book. I should read the entire book.
I have absolutely.
क्या हो गया इस देश
Sir, मैं facts
बीजेपी का प्रवक्ता चुप बैठा हुआ है और पद्मजा जी आप इतना डिफेंड करने में लगे
I think I should read all the books that
जाते
And all the articles that were written by General Nawaz.
सवाल है एक मिनट सुनिए,
एक सेकंड, hold on, निखिल जैन।
सवाल आर्मी,
अनुराग भदौरिया, एक सेकंड, होल्ड ऑन अ
आप
सेकंड।
इतनी देर से बीजेपी की बैटिंग लगातार
नहीं, मैं बीजेपी की बैटिंग नहीं कर रही हूँ, मैं फैक्ट्स की बैटिंग कह रही हूँ।
फैक्ट्स बताइए।
एंड किसी के ऊपर पर्सनल अटैक मत कीजिए सर, मैं यहाँ आपसे सर्टिफिकेट लेने नहीं बैठी हुई हूँ।
कमाल कर रहे हैं।
आपको अगर फैक्चुअली कुछ बोलना है, एक सेकंड, लेट मी आस्क यू।
आपने सवाल पूछा,
लेट मी आस्क यू, होल्ड ऑन अ सेकंड, होल्ड ऑन अ सेकंड।
किस तरह से आपने क्यों नहीं पार्लियामेंट में बोलने दिया?
आपने ये आर्टिकल पढ़ा है?
अगर पार्लियामेंट
आपने ये आर्टिकल पढ़ा है?
जो लाइन आप यहाँ
आपने ये पूरा आर्टिकल पढ़ा है अनुराग भदौरिया? होल्ड ऑन अ सेकंड, नहीं कुछ छोड़ूंगी नहीं मैं। डोंट सिट हियर एंड क्वेश्चन माय क्रेडिबिलिटी।
ये दो लाइन पढ़ के
अनुराग भदौरिया, होल्ड ऑन अ सेकंड।
दो लाइन पढ़िए, ज्यादा नहीं पढ़ना चाहते हो। गलवान घाटी हुई तो विपक्ष जिम्मेदार, यहाँ पे ढोकाम की घटना हो तो विपक्ष जिम्मेदार, सिंदूर की घटना हो यहाँ पे तो विपक्ष जिम्मेदार, जिस तरह 26 लोगों का बहनों का सिंदूर उजड़ा।
अनुराग भदौरिया, प्लीज डू नॉट मिसयूज द फैक्ट।
होता है तो विपक्ष जिम्मेदार।
अनुराग भदौरिया,
होता है कि इस देश के अंदर में कोई भी घटना घटती है, आप सवाल ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी विपक्ष से पूछते हैं।
ओके अनुराग भदौरिया, होल्ड ऑन अ सेकंड, टर्न डाउन एवरीवन's mic please. First of all, Anurag Bhadoria, please don't sit here and question my credibility because I have a strong suspicion you haven't even read this article. Have you read this article? Have you read this article? आपने पढ़ा है आर्टिकल?
जोशी जी ने क्या बोला?
चलिए, आपने आर्टिकल पढ़ा है? आपने ये आर्टिकल पढ़ा है? चलिए मेरे को ये बताइए कि इस आर्टिकल में आगे जाकर के जो जनरल नहीं अब यू आंसर माय क्वेश्चन। सिंस यू से दैट आई सिट हियर एंड बैट फॉर द बीजेपी, सर आई एम ओनली बीइंग ट्रू टू फैक्ट्स एंड द फैक्ट्स आर वेरी क्लियर दैट जनरल नरवणे हिमसेल्फ हैज सेड दैट ही वाज गिवन अ फ्री हैंड इन ऑर्डर टू एक्ट एनी विच। आपको लगता है कि आर्मी के लिए डिसीजन प्रधानमंत्री को लेना चाहिए?
अब मैं बता रहा हूं, जब इतनी अच्छी बात है कि उनको फ्री हैंड दिया है, ठीक है ना, तो बुरा तो नहीं है इसमें, फिर क्यों नहीं बोलने दे रही थी?
अरे तो पूछा ना हमने बीजेपी से दैट दे शुड नॉट बी अननेसेसरली डिफेंसिव।
जब इतनी अच्छी बात है कि आर्मी को फ्री हैंड दिया गया है तो फिर ऑब्जेक्शन किस बात?
प्रॉब्लम यही है ना कि पूरी रामायण खत्म होने के बाद आप ये कहते हैं कि सीता क्यों नहीं थी रामायण के अंदर। पहला सवाल था मेरा, वो आपने सुना नहीं। अब 45 मिनट के बाद आकर के, अरे लिया ना, दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन। 45 मिनट के बाद आप सडनली कहीं से अवतरित हुए और आपने कहा कि भाई ये सवाल क्यों नहीं पूछा जा रहा है। प्लीज लेट इट बी। अनुराग जी, I would have really hoped you would have a more substantive question to ask, because at the end of it all you wanted to make a point, so you resorted to a personal attack, because I am quite sure now you have not even read this whole article. And when it comes to the operation itself and whether a free hand was given or not, now I want to play out a bite of what General Y.K. Joshi said again about how they were allowed to act, and again on record. This is not an unpublished book, and I want Nikhil Jain and Ashutosh ji also to listen to this, because this is General Joshi speaking on record about those 3 days, 29th, 30th and 31st, the same 3 days which General Narvane purportedly has written in his book and which is now being quoted selectively by the Congress party. Listen.
During the day itself, we launched another big force. I will not mention how much and what all, but
But with armor you went up.
Yes, followed by armor and mech, and we occupied during the daytime the entire Razangla Rachinla complex. And again, the PLA, did not know what's happening. They did not just react. And we went and occupied this entire complex, and we were now overlooking the Moldo garrison. We were now overlooking the entire deployment that was across the Razangla Rachinla complex on the Chinese side. And which was a big setback for the PLA.
All right, so there was full freedom given, Ashutosh ji, to all of your apprehensions कि कोई freedom दिया गया था नहीं, बात हुई नहीं, कि उस वक्त के Northern Army commander on record कह रहे हैं।
Let me also quote somebody who was on record. Captain Shiv-Kumar, defense attaché in Indonesia, what he said, I may not agree with him, but that India lost so many aircraft. But I do agree that we did lose some aircraft, and that happened only because of the constraint given by the political leadership to not attack the military.
Sir, आप ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं। No. We started this whole debate. The whole debate was around whether the government decided to abdicate its responsibility in the Galwan clashes. Now we have shifted the goalpost and we have gone to Operation Sindoor.
See, I heard what General Joshi said. I also quoting somebody who was a higher ups in the army. He's saying the political leadership did not give us the freedom. The Prime Minister on the record has said that he has given total freedom during the Operation Sindoor. Now the issue is everybody has his own perspective.
No, sir, facts cannot be a slave to perspective. Facts are facts, and what somebody has said on record should be dissected on an individual basis, because if we have to discuss Operation Sindoor, it should be given much more time to go into the intricacies. But I'm completely out of time. We've just put the facts out there. There's breaking news coming in. I apologize, gentlemen.